Alright, we just picked up about 1,300 comics for 210 bucks. This is looking to be a pretty incredible find, to be honest. I flipped through some of the stuff and saw some complete runs of some pretty cool comics, as well as some other stuff that I had never even seen before, which I thought was pretty awesome. This is going to be another multi-video series, so feel free to join along and like, subscribe, do all that stuff, because we're going to go through each and every one of these books. For this video, I'm going to start with this box here because I'm a little bit eager to kind of get an idea of what's in this box, because I saw there's a lot of Terminator stuff that I kind of wanted to dig through, which looked pretty cool. On the next video, I'm definitely going to go through this box here because just fanning through it really quickly, there looked like there's some pretty incredible stuff in here that I thought was pretty cool, and I don't want to leave the stuff sitting on the garage floor for very long. But yeah, let's get this thing started, and then let's dig through some books. Alright, out of the box. Let's get started. Out of the Terminator box. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Part 1 of 3. Yeah, this was cool because there's only 3 of these, obviously. But this came out right around the year that the movie came out. So it was one of the original movie comic adaptations, which I like collecting. I like collecting the Indiana Jones and all that stuff with that, and kind of go through memory lane with all that stuff. Just Terminator 2 is probably top 10 of greatest movies of all time, in my opinion, at least. Obviously, that's pretty subjective. I'm gonna open this one up, part 3 of 3, just because notice this stuff is not taped, so I don't have to worry about tape tears. But it's a pretty clean book here. Yes, October 1991. Yeah, Klaus Janson. Yeah, he did Batman around that time. I think it was Dark Knight stuff, but yeah, that's pretty cool because these aren't super cheap. Obviously, afterwards, they made a lot of different, I guess, reprints and different Terminator adaptations and all that stuff. But to have the ones coming out actually from that specific year, I think is pretty cool. To get it for, obviously, this price is pretty awesome. But we got to move on. We got a lot more stuff here. Terminator Hunters and Killers, number 1 of 3. But yeah, I fanned through this collection, and we got 1,300 books and paid 210. And a lot of the stuff had looks like some complete runs on a lot of this stuff. The other box that I said I was going to go through in my next video had a lot of Bronze Age stuff. Some of those books looked really big, which was actually pretty cool. I'm going to have to go through that, but I'm kind of curious with this Terminator stuff. Terminator Endgame, number 2 of 3. That's a cool cover. And Terminator 3 of 3, Dark Horse. Moving on. But definitely a lot of books to go through in this collection. We were just in the Terminator section. Is that a first Dark Horse issue? Terminator? I have no idea about this particular one. That's pretty cool. But Terminator number 2, that's a cool cover. But yeah, this collection looked to be a lot more synchronized in order as far as the runs are concerned, and looks like it had a lot of complete runs to them. And a lot of stuff, I obviously don't know how many issues were in the run, but to have it organized like this was pretty awesome. My other collections have kind of been just messed and a mismatch of stuff, which is also kind of fun in its own way, but it's kind of nice to have it organized like this. The awesome Slapstick number 1. This is one I haven't seen in a very long time. I remember seeing this when I was a kid, and I think I went a very long time without seeing it again. This was like a 4 parts. That's right. It was number 1, Slapstick. That looks pretty clean too. I want to open this up. I'm not gonna open this up. We got so many books, but yeah, look at that. Yep, Slapstick number 2, the awesome Slapstick. I think he became like a cartoon character. Kind of reminds me of something similar to that one 80s movie. Who the hell was it? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I know it's not similar like that, but that's just popped in my head. Slapstick number 3. And hopefully, yes, we do. Slapstick number 4. I guess it was a 4 parts. That's pretty cool right there, actually. I don't remember seeing this one at all. That's awesome. 1992, 93-ish. Cool. I got all 4 of them. All right, moving on. And back to the Terminator. Terminator number 1 of 4, secondary objective. But we are in the Terminator section, of course, number 2 of 4. But yeah, that was a very good movie. I obviously enjoyed a lot of the movies right around, obviously, the 80s, early 90s, like Terminator and obviously Back to the Future and the Indiana Jones, and just trying to think of some Stallone movies that I obviously enjoyed. The Enemy Within, Terminator number 1 of 4. But this is really nice that all this stuff is in sequential order. Enemy Within 2 of 4. I've never seen that cover before. That looks pretty cool. Number 3 of 4. And number 4 of 4. Rambo's another movie I really liked. But yeah, you just can't make that stuff anymore. Time Cop, number 2 of 2. Dark Horse. And Time Cop, number 1 of 2. Dark Horse. What year is this? Just curious. Like 94? September 94. I swear to know. Alright. Usually I'm way off when I guess, but that one was right. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Cybernetic Dawn, number 1. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Nuclear Twilight. Yeah, I'm really liking this collection so far, and we're just getting started. RoboCop, number 1 of 4. RoboCop, number 2 of 4. Number 3 of 4. Mortal Coils, and number 4 of 4. Dark Horse. Moving on. RoboCop Roulette, number 1 of 4. But yeah, I think right when I get done with this video, I'm going to go right into that other box with some of that Bronze and Silver Age stuff and find out what's in that box. Roulette number 2 of 4, and maybe just do a double header on videos here, do that video, because I think there's a lot of cool stuff in that box, and I'm kind of curious what was in there. And like I said in my intro, I don't really want to have that stuff sitting out in the garage for too long. It's obviously a lot of work, but I don't really know what's in there. I saw a couple books that had a lot of what I think had a lot of value to it, which is pretty cool. Defenders number 100. That's cool. 75 center. This one feels thick. Yeah, special double-sized issue. Looks pretty clean too. Yeah, some of the stuff is just bare. Some of it's bad. Some of it's bagged and boarded. It's all kind of a mixture, but it's kind of nice that it's Astonishing Tales Deathlock 25 center number 32. That's cool. But yeah, it's nice that a lot of this stuff is kind of in sequential order, and kind of the runs are all put together. Guardians of the Galaxy number 31. I did enjoy my other collection where everything was completely just mixed around as much as it possibly could. Like I said over and over again, you had like just Superman mixed in with like Gabby Hayes Westerns, and Archie's mixed in with like Spawns and stuff. It's just like, how did this get put together? But this one looks a little bit more obviously organized here. Guardians of the Galaxy number 44. Guardians of the Galaxy number 22. That was a good ride at Disneyland, but I much rather preferred whatever it was called before that. I'm drawing a blank. What was it? Oh God, help me. Tower of Terror. Yes, Tower of Terror. That was a much better theme. It was just a haunted hotel. You're literally going up the elevator, just like the ride itself. And the elevator breaks down, and it flies you up, and it flies you down, and it's got a haunted theme to it. That was perfect. But it was obviously, I mean, you have Disney, and you've got Guardians of the Galaxy. So, I mean, yeah, the rest is history there. But I don't know how we got on a Disneyland tangent. But First Comics, Hawk Moon number 4. That's cool. Yeah, again, I like a little innocuous stuff like that. That's not really super rare, but what is this? Is this even a comic here? Access Comics Hero. All right, I don't know. All right, moving on. Gen 13 number 3. And back to the Guardians of the Galaxy number 41. And Guardians of the Galaxy number 37. Insider, Dark Horse Comics. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I swear, I mean, a lot of the fun of this is literally just Hulk 60 center. That's cool. Number 288. Yeah, that's the Hulk that we talked about in the other video, that talked about the Hulk that I like, I prefer, whatever, or the Hulk that I grew up with. I don't have the right words right now, but what is this? Whiz Kids, Tandy Computer, Compliments of Radio Shack. That's awesome. What year is this? This has to be like 1991 or something. Oh my God, the prints. I can barely see from here. It's probably 1987. Finally found it there. Well, that's cool. That's not something you see over there. I like that stuff. But yeah, like I was babbling about, I enjoy a lot of this. I mean, this was obviously a very insane, ridiculous deal. This might be, honestly, my best collection ever, I think. I'm not afraid to say that. I mean, this is looking to shaped up pretty incredible, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, part of the fun, or most of the fun, is just getting a chance to go through all this stuff for the first time and kind of get an idea of what you have and looking through it. And I mean, there's a lot of value in that. I mean, obviously, I would just, pay money to do that. Like I said, instead of spending $90 to go out to a restaurant and, have a drink or whatever, or go see a movie, I'd rather just sift through a lot of comics that I've never seen before. But there's obviously value in that. But this was pretty crazy deal. Grimjack, low grade. Pretty much the first low grade comic we've seen so far. Gestalt. It's an interesting looking cover. Sea Guy. And Avengers. And, alright, we got some John Sable here. That's cool. First comics. I like John Sable. He had he's kind of like your, kind of almost like the Punisher type thing. He kind of had a job doing I think he was working in Africa or something, and then his family was murdered, and then he kind of wanted obviously revenge and all that stuff. So I think he became kind of his own little vigilante in a sense, if I recall correctly. I could be way off, but I don't think I'm too far off. But yeah, I remember reading one and kind of enjoying it. It's kind of like a mixture of a Punisher, almost like a James Bond type thing. Probably spent way too much longer on that comic. Sorry, guys. John Sable. Yeah, this is cool. Sorry, guys. Yeah, and I don't have this one. This is really cool, actually. Nice. Hopefully we get some more John Sables. I will take a lot of John Sables. Mars First Comics. And John Sable issue 40. And Terminal Points number 2 of 3, Dark Horse. All right, moving on. Marvel Superheroes Fall Special, 1991. This one's a little grade here. Newsstand. That's pretty cool. That looks pretty beat up, though. Grendel, number 1 of 10. Well, that's cool. I like Grendel. This is Dark Horse Grendel. It's interesting. I think the Grendel that I have, the one that I read many moons ago, was what the hell is it? An Eclipse Comics. Most certain of that. War Child Grendel number 2 of 10. Well, that's cool. Looks like we're in a little run here. 3 of 10. The only thing I remember about Grendel, and I could be wrong, is I think he was a bad guy. But I think he was bad in one sense and not bad in the other. I think it was more of a complicated situation, but it could have been just a particular comic that I read. Number 6 of 10. Yeah, that was 510. This is 710. That's cool. We got a nice little full run here. This obviously makes it a lot easier to sort things out, which is really cool. Number 9 of 10. I was just about to say something really stupid, like how many issues are in this, and then obviously, yes, it's gonna be 10. 10 of 10. Well, that's cool. Nice. Moving on. Web of Spider-Man number 113. Looks like it's in the Polybag. That's pretty cool. ROM 40 Center number 8. And Newsy, New Mutants number 62, 75 Center. I do really hate the fact that comic book shops are kind of dwindling away and kind of obviously becoming obsolete. I mean, I get it. It's the natural, I guess, evolution with what the world's turning into. But obviously, I much prefer going to a brick and mortar shop and be able to go through the comics, smell the comics, see the comics, talk to the people, talk to them about, superheroes and who would beat who in a fight and all that stuff. But I mean, I understand that it's just more economically, more simpler in a way, I guess. Well, not really, but I guess to, order your stuff from eBay or read them online or whatnot or whatever. But I don't know, I guess I'm old school with that. But I mean, I also get it. It's not economically possible anymore to just rent a brick and mortar shop, big giant shop in the middle of downtown to sell comic books. It's just not possible anymore. X-Files Annual 1, Topps Comics. Is that Polybagged or is that just a really gross bag? Looks like saran wrap. The heck? No, it's just a really bad bag. All right, X-Files #1. Moving on. I don't even know if I want to touch that anymore. The Sensational She-Hulk #10. But yeah, just I just give credit to any comic book shop that can still be around. I mean, I don't know if they're getting help from their local city or getting help from Marvel, DC, or the community, or whatever. But you just the fact to just this is cool. Spellbinders Quality Comics #2, 52 chilling pages. This is pretty thick. That's cool. It's a nice clean book. It's a wraparound. I like cool stuff I don't know anything about. It's the type of stuff that I just like to whip out and kind of read and. Nice. All right. Yeah. What the hell was I talking about? I don't know. Hell Shock. Oh yeah, comic book shops. But I mean, just yeah. I mean, buying a brick and mortar shop in the middle of downtown to sell comic books is it's just not possible, and which is just the unfortunate fact of reality. But I mean, that's just how it is with everything. Amazon's taking over grocery stores, and I mean, I get it. It's just, but I don't know. This sucks, but. All right, moving on. Back to comic books. Chaos Comics Lynch Mob. Dark Horse #4, Out of the Vortex. Dracula, Topps Comics. Ooh, Polybagged, that's cool. #2 of 4. Ooh, we got the card in there. Ooh, we got multiple cards. That's really awesome, actually. Nice. Looks like we got more. What was that, 2 of 4? Looks pretty clean here. Looks like we've got 3 of 4. And we've got cards. Looks like we got like 5 cards in there. 3 of 4. I have not seen these before. Dracula, 4 of 4. With the cards. Did we go through 1 of 4 yet? No, 1, 3, 2, no, 2, 3, and 4 of 4. We're missing 1 of 4 so far. And we go right into Spawn. Spawn #21. Nice white cover. Spawn #23. Oh, is that the one? Oh, no. We are in Ultraman with cards. And more Ultraman. And Ultraman. And right into a Sable #1. Alright, well, that was kind of interesting. I'll have to. Oh, wait a minute. I think we see it. Cable #2. No, that's not what I was talking about. Dracula 1 of 4. Nice. Got the cards. That's cool. That's awesome. Official movie adaptation of Dracula. Roy Thomas, Mike Mignola, Doc McNerve. That's awesome. Nice. I'm going to look into that a little later. I got so much stuff I got to look into now. Spawn #20. Moving on. Razor Blink. 75 center. I can't really see it in this light here. Razor Line, I think it is. Is that another Polybag? No, it's just really old bag here. Cyclone Bill and the Tall Tales. Happy 27th, Billy. Batman versus Predator. Dark DC 1 of 4. That's cool. All right, moving on. Jason and the Argobots. Oh, Argobots, #1 of 4. Holy cow, we got a pile there after starts. Moving some stuff around here. Spider-Man #2. I think I've seen that one before. Finn. Fleetway Quality. The Purple... Oh, we got 2 books in there. The Purple Snit #2. Oh, he looks up to no good. How to Cook Invention. All right. Geomancer. And Bedwolf #5. I'll start moving up here. The Mighty Thor #481. Reduced. 537. No idea what that means. Glory #8. And GLA #2 of 4. All right, let's grab some more stuff and move on. All right, last stack of books in this box, and we will call it a video. Spectacular Superman, or Spider-Man #225. This is a thick one here. Spectacular Spider-Man #223. And Spectacular. Oh, he's got some serious water damage. This one's soaked. Maybe it's not silk, but Jesus. Spectacular Spider-Man number 217 and Spectacular Spider-Man number 209 with some water damage. Hopefully that's not a reoccurring theme here. HSU and Chan. Cute. Let our big eyes be your quality assurance. Moving on. Fudang number 1. All right, we're getting into some interesting stuff here. Phase number 1. Troll number 1. Backlash number 11. But yeah, next video will be put out probably, well, it'll be at the very latest a week from now, but it'll probably be sooner, and it's going to be that box of the, looks like silver and bronze age mixed in with copper and mixed in with who the hell knows, but definitely with some, looks like there's some cool stuff in there. Fathom number 9. And yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting stuff because I'm kind of eager to kind of look through all that stuff, but it's just better to kind of, it's easier for me to kind of just keep track of all this stuff because now when I have it documented like this, I can say, did I actually have that book or did I not, or am I just thinking of something else? And then I can just sift through all these videos and say, yep, there it was right there. I looked right at it because a lot of the stuff I kind of, if I do get rid of it, sometimes I wish that I would have kept it, or there's some stuff that I'm like, did I ever have that and did I sell it, or like whatever happened, I can't remember. So this is kind of a good way to kind of keep track of a lot of this stuff. And it also gives me a chance to kind of look through each stuff individually, which is obviously a lot of work, but I mean, I guess it's a labor of love, like they say, but I mean, whatever you enjoy doing is not real work anyways. That's kind of my motto, and makes time go by. And yeah. And last book before we call quits, Weapon Zero. So yeah, that's where we end the video. And next video, we'll be going through the box of the older stuff. And yeah, we got a lot of videos to do. So if you guys like what you see, obviously hit the like, hit subscribe, help it out, and make some more videos. So yeah, that's where we'll end it. And thanks for watching, guys.